Hey, so today we are going to talk about how to vary your curls. Make sure your thumb is always behind the light. All of your curls live by tipping your iron more vertical or more horizontal, or the opposite, which would go towards your face. And how much you rotate the iron determines how much curl you create. Rotate further towards the mirror, you're always going to create a tighter curl, and when you're rotating less towards the mirror, you're creating a looser curl. The more horizontal you are, the more full your curl will be. The more vertical, the more lean your curl will be. I'm going to start with a very horizontal curl with a slight rotation, and I'm going to show you how open that curl can be. Okay, so that's a very loose wave. This time I'm using the same heat. I'm on 325. You can also up your temperature if you want curl to be more responsive or to last longer. Then you can, and that gives you another type of variance. We're going to go in this time, I'm going to rotate more towards the mirror, and I'm going to still keep my curl very horizontal. So you can see how that looks. You see how that it's still got kind of that same distance between the peak, valley, and peak. So see here, peak, valley, peak. So they're wider because I'm more horizontal. And then this one I rotated more, so you can see I get a little bit more rotation in there, okay? This time I will do more rotation, and I'll be more vertical. Okay, and I'm going slow because I'm on like day 4 hair, but you can see how that curl has gotten tighter, and it has less spacing between the peak, valley, and peak. So here's the peak, valley, peak of this curl. Do you see how they're closer together? That's because I got more vertical. So I'm going to go in and do my front piece. I'm going to hold my iron very horizontal and just barely rotate. So I create a slight wave. Then on the second piece, I'll do the same horizontal with more rotation. So this will create more curl, but it'll still have the big valley and peak on the left side. Okay, so for this third curl, I'm going to rotate more, and then I'm going to go more vertical. So you can see this will be a different peak, valley, peak ratio. It'll be tighter. Do you see how there's less spacing between the peak, valley, and peak when you hold more vertical? The more horizontal I hold the iron, the more voluminous the curl gets, the more gap I have in the peak, valley, peak. The more vertical, the more lean the curl gets, and the smaller the gap gets. So there's lots of variations in between, just horizontal and just vertical. There's many ways to tip your iron in between, and there's many ways to rotate your iron to create, the curl that really works for you.